So here we are, Citizens Eye, today for the National Volunteering Week event at Voluntary Action Leicestershire. And I've got with me Alan Godber of Warning Zone. Morning, Alan.
Hello there.
Could you tell us a bit more about Warning Zone?
Yeah, Warning Zone is all to do with preparing young people for life, being more independent. So our core programme is for Year 6 pupils, 10, 11-year-olds who come on school visits, go through a series of 8 interactive scenarios. They don't pick up a pen or a paper the whole time. It's all learning through experience. So we put them in situations. It might be, should you trespass on a railway line? There's a gap in the fence. Do you want to go and get your ball back? They make decisions, and then we have to discuss the consequences once things happen. So we've got a lot of special effects as well. We're looking for volunteers. We've just relocated into Frog Island in the city. We're reopening in September to schools. Schools are booking now, so I'm looking for volunteers to come who can spare a couple of sessions, two-hour sessions each month to act as guides for a maximum of 6 young people. They get full training, full support. Obviously there's going to be a CRB check because we're working with children, but we think it's a really good volunteering opportunity.
So what are the kind of things that they'll be guiding young people to do?
Right, well the 8 interactive scenarios cover things like staying safe, but also keeping out of trouble with the law, and also making young people think about what might or might not be antisocial behaviour. In other words, how their behaviour can affect other people. So we've got a scenario based on alcohol. It's set in a park, and part of it is a churchyard because some teenagers do like to socialise there, drink there, and inevitably can lead to all sorts of problems. So we actually drop these 10, 11-year-olds in a situation and they discuss it. So that's one aspect. Another one is water safety. There's a lot of water in Leicester and Leicestershire, canals, quarries. Just what is safe, what isn't safe, what do you do if your friend falls in? Do you jump in after them? Just what should you do? So these are really key issues, and being down on Frog Island, of course, we've got the river on one side and the canal on the other, so it's a perfect location for that particular scenario.
Yeah, and how have young people been involved in the development of how you work?
Well, this actually stemmed from a temporary event that happened for just 2 weeks every year called Safety Squad. That ran for 10 years. We picked up a lot of information from the young people from schools all over the city, county and Rutland who attended that about just what it was that young people were interested in, what they were fearful of, what they wanted more information on, and we've just managed to roll that into Warning Zone. And now, rather than just 2 weeks every year, Warning Zone's open throughout the year to schools and other groups, because these sorts of issues, of course, transfer across to a lot of other vulnerable groups.
Yeah. So are you constantly using the feedback of young people to develop new...
Definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Each school that goes away with evaluation form that we ask to be completed, and that's not just by teachers. We want to know what the young people are thinking. I've got to say, young people love it. They come in and they're looking very fearful. They're not quite sure what they're going to. When they're going out, you can't shut them up. They're all going back on the bus. They're all talking about their experience at Warning Zone and really bubbling with it. And we get some really useful feedback from the school pupils.
Yeah. Do you think that is because it's more interactive? They're really involved in particular scenarios rather than just listening?
Yeah, that's what really comes across. They say. I mean, one of the things is, you talk to us about things that one comment was, even my parents don't talk to me about, and it can be difficult for parents to talk to their youngsters about some quite tricky issues. I mean, we touch on internet safety, chat room safety as well in the personal safety scenario. There are issues there that we discuss that perhaps parents are not feeling too comfortable about talking about, or even have the knowledge to talk about in some cases. And also teachers say that we cover stuff at Warning Zone that they can't have the same impact in the classroom. But by coming to Warning Zone, they actually make a big impact. It enables them to use it as a springboard for work in the classroom when they get back.
That's great. And what kind of interest do the volunteers that you're looking for need to have? What kind of skills are you looking for?
I mean, first of all, they've got to enjoy being with children, and they've got to have that ease of communication with children. Each scenario only lasts for 12 minutes, so they've got to be able to communicate easily and quickly with a group of 6 young people. It's only 6. I've got to say it's great fun. So that's the first thing. The training is over sort of 3 half-day sessions, but then it's more or less on-the-job training, perhaps with an experienced volunteer, and then going solo. And I actually, part of my responsibility as centre coordinator is volunteer manager. I offer support, I'll do observations, give them a few of Alan's top tips on what works and what doesn't work. So you don't have to be an ex-teacher. We do have ex-teachers, we have former business people, we have people, you think of a former occupation or a current occupation, part-time workers. We have a number of those, and shift workers. You think of it, we have or have had volunteers from that walk of life.
Right, Alan, can you just remind us when the open day is?
Yes, we have an open day for volunteers who are interested. That is on the final day of Volunteers Week, so that's Tuesday the 7th of June, and that's down at our premises on on Frog Island, Warning Zone on Frog Island, and that's from 10 o'clock in the morning through to 7 p.m. in the evening as well. So if people are able to drop in, it's a drop-in event, just call in, you'll see where we are, and we'll show you around and talk to you about it.
And do you have any contact details if people need more information?
Yes, I mean, if people want to email me, that is volunteering@warningszone.org.uk, or the number is 262 9739. That's Leicester number.
Good luck with it, Alan, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks very much. Pleasure.